with a pretty face.
Hi guys, my name's Sephy, and this is Yuki. Anyways, I'll be making these videos for the next year, video a day, but I'll probably post them once a week, and you are going to learn through my experience what it's like to have certain mental illnesses. It, it came to my attention about a couple of weeks ago that there's still a really big stigma on mental illness, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it, because we're in the 21st century. What the hell? We don't stigmatize addiction anymore, but we still have a stigma on mental illness? It's a little weird. Anyways, pardon the dog. She wants to be in the video too. So anywho, I noticed a lot of people still are ashamed or embarrassed to admit that they have mental illnesses because of the stigma. And if we're ashamed and we're embarrassed, we don't seek out the help that we need, and we don't talk about it the way we need to. So I'm going to make these videos to show everybody that I am, yes, embarrassed about my mental illness still, but I'm not ashamed of it because it's not something I can control. So I'm going to put myself out there to show that this is what we deal with every day, and to get rid of some of the myths surrounding mental illness, which we will debunk right now. There are quite a few things that I will debunk regularly through these videos, but to start off, I've got a couple. Like, number one. So, people with mental illness, they, look crazy, and you can tell because they always act crazy, too. You can just tell by looking at someone if they're crazy, right? No, this is not people of Walmart. People of Walmart are a totally different breed. Some of them may have mental illnesses, yes, but not all of them. That's just people being strange. So, okay. Any other questions? So, people with mental illness, they actually can't parent, and when their kids are born, if they have a mental illness, their kids get taken away from them because it's just proven that crazy people can't raise kids, at all. It's bad for them. That's not true. CPS will not come and take our children away. I have a 4-year-old actually, and I have PTSD, and I am depressive, manic, and I have a few other things going on along with physical illnesses. So no, it's not one of those where if you have a mental illness, you automatically have your children taken away because you are deemed a bad parent. We actually go through normal struggles like normal parents do, but I mean, if we feel that we need extra help, there are things that we can do to get extra assistance to help us raise our children. But it's not one of those where you come out and say, oh, well, I have PTSD, or I'm bipolar, or I'm schizophrenic, and they're like, oh, well, let me take this child away from you now. There's some people out there that have kids that, I'm going to be honest, should not have kids because, wow, some of you need to take a test to see if you qualify to be a parent, because you just no, you should not be, and they don't have mental illnesses either. There's some crazy people in the world that do some weird stuff, but yeah, no, just because you have a mental disorder or a mental illness does not mean that you cannot parent. I parent quite well, actually. I just have to know my limits. When I'm having a bad day or a rough day, I have many people that I can contact. I have my daughter's father, who's my boyfriend, and if he's not available, I have his parents, I have friends, I have my own parents, and anytime I need help, everybody's available, and they're more than willing to come help me out. It's not very often that I have those bad days where I know I can't handle it, but as a parent, and just as someone with a mental disorder, you do get to know what you can and cannot handle. And so if I get to the point where I know I'm having a bad day and I really should not try to handle my own daughter when she's having a bad day, because I don't want to flip out on her. I don't want to take my issues out on her. So I contact somebody else to help out. So yes, we can parent. Question number 3. So crazy people are always in mental institutions. It's like they know straitjackets inside and out. I mean, they're always in that room with the padded walls and whatnot. So you have to be careful, and you can't use the word crazy around them because it makes them flip out entirely. No, we're not always. What? Where do people get this? Do you think we just walk around with a fucking straitjacket all the time? No, it's not like that. Okay. So Some people with mental disorders, yes, we have been to mental institutions, or we have been to behavioral institutions, and we may stay for a day, we may stay for a couple of weeks, some may even stay for a couple of months, but not all of us have to go through that. We have different things. It's called outpatient therapy. What you're thinking of, the mental institution, is actually called inpatient therapy, and that's where we will go into a place to be observed and make sure that we are safe and that we're keeping ourselves safe and we're keeping others safe. The only time we have to go to institutions like that is if we're a danger to ourselves or to others. And some people do have to do that quite frequently. I will admit that I myself have been to inpatient therapy a few times because it was needed. I wasn't happy about it, but I'll be honest in saying that I don't think anyone else really would have been able to take care of me at that point because I was a danger to myself and I was a danger to other people. So it's understandable. But yeah, no. We don't go in and out of mental asylums. We're not in psychiatric wards. There's no padded room. I mean, I'm sure there is. I've just never seen it. We don't go bouncing off the walls, and it's not like we have a mental breakdown where, you know, I can hear colors! That doesn't happen most of the time. Some people may be like that, but I have a feeling that it's more than just a mental illness. It also might have to deal with intoxication at that point. But no, we do not live in mental institutions. We don't go to them frequently. We can't answer all your questions regarding mental institutions. We're normal people who go to outpatient therapy where we talk to a counselor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist. We have different forms of therapy that we go to depending on what our mental illness is, but we don't always have to go to an institution. So hopefully that clears up the question. We'll take one more question today. So question number 4. Crazy people say they're sick, but they're not sick. They're just doing it to get attention and get out of things. So I don't know why they keep saying that they're sick, right? Like, it's not a real illness. It's not like the flu. They just need to suck it up and get over it. You serious? That's okay. That's actually a question I hear a lot. No, we're not faking it. This isn't something that we're just making up to get attention either. Actually, 9 times out of 10 people with mental illness will not admit to anyone that they have a mental illness because they don't want people to know about it. So it's not an attention factor. There are some mental illnesses that are for attention factor. I will clarify there, but most of us don't even like people to know we have an issue. I can honestly tell you that I have a handful of close friends and family that know I have mental issues. Even at my work, I have just people who are on a need-to-know basis, such as my boss. I let my professors know through school if I have a problem because it could affect my ability to do schoolwork. So I do give people who are on a need-to-know basis information, and I'm not going to lie, it's very uncomfortable to go through every time because you never know if someone's going to look at you differently. So no, we don't do it just for the attention, and if we could just get over it, we would. But we can't. There's something going on in our brain that says, you can't let this go. It's not one of those where we can just suck it up and get over it. I mean, depression itself has some days where you physically hurt because your body is just, you're depressed, and it affects you physically as well as mentally, and your body says, no, you're not getting out of bed today. There's no point for you getting out of bed. I mean, I have other medical issues on top of my depression that exacerbate that to where I am in so much pain, I really cannot get out of bed. And it sucks because it's hard to explain to people that you had to take the day off of work because of your depression. And you always get that one person that says, really? They let you call off for that? They let you call off when you have the flu, don't they? You're still sick. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to make these videos is people don't seem to understand that just because you can't see it doesn't mean you're not sick. I mean, if I looked, I don't know, like this. If I look like this, then I'm obviously sick. That's sick. But because I look like this right now, no one would believe me if I told them I'm sick. Right now I'm having a good day. So that's awesome. I won't lie, yesterday I had a really, really bad day. I actually stayed in bed until about 4 o'clock because my whole body hurt. And it was a combination between my own physical illness along with my depression. The two kind of play off of each other, and it sucks. So, but yes, I did have to call off of work because of that. And a lot of people look at me strange when I say that, and they're like, they let you call off work for that? Yes. It's still an illness. I don't have a doctor's note that clears me for work. It's not contagious. I understand that, but it's still an illness, and it's still something that many people in America have to deal with every day, even across the world. But we seem to have this stigma that if you can't see it, it's not real. And I'm just going to say this, last time I checked, I have never seen the fucking flu come up and be like, yo, how's it going? I don't see it, but it's there. I know it's real. Yes, people get symptoms. They get fevers. They get vomiting. They get cold sweats. And there's the same thing with mental illness. We have states of depression. We have body aches that are unexplainable. We have bouts of insomnia. We also have intrusive thoughts. I mean, there's still symptoms. Just because you can't physically see them doesn't mean they aren't there. So hopefully, I mean, like I said, I'm going to make these videos every day to show everybody my own daily struggles. And I know that it's going to be weird and awkward for me because I don't really like people to be in my business, but I mean, we'll see what this does. So hopefully you guys like it, you enjoy it. If you have any questions, comment. If you know anybody who might enjoy this or be helped by this at all, subscribe them to it or recommend them to it. And of course, I will always let everybody know there is always help out there for you. There is websites that you can go to anonymously. There are phone numbers you can call. There are phone numbers you can text. So if you're one of those people that you're having difficulties, but you don't feel comfortable talking to anybody about it, there are anonymous groups out there for you to contact that can help you through this, and they can give you the advice you need on how to get the help you need. And hopefully you're not, ashamed of it, because it's nothing to be ashamed of. Mental illness is not something we can control. It's very much like getting sick. You can't control it when you get sick, so I hope everybody sees that. Anyways, like it, share it, comment, and if anybody out there wants to share about their own mental illness, please let me know. I'm more than happy to make a video to clarify some things about other mental illnesses besides my own. So let me know, and I will see you guys next week. I will be making these videos every day, but like I said, I'm going to post them once a week, probably on Tuesdays or Thursdays, so yeah. Anyways, bye.